Hello, Scott from Wessex Blades. Welcome again to the fun that is machetes. So, if you remember, we had the consultation on zombie knives where they botched up the thing the last time and had three clarifying points, of which all three had to fall in line in order for that specific demonstration of a knife that would be illegal. So all that they had to do for cheap manufacturer rubbish was not put lime green writing on it saying undead splasher, etc. So a machete that's like this, that has a utilitarian alignment. It's made to be purposeful and not ornately spiky, weird vents in it, serrations, although they don't know what a serration is, sawback, or you know the thing. Yeah, the usual. The thing as ever that I'm just going to be discussing is the use of English. Okay, where if you say a sequence of words in a certain order, it can mean different things. So, news story. This is on government news. Government bans machetes and zombie knives. The government bans machetes and zombie knives. No, we'll get to that later. Are they banning all machetes? That's the headline. That's the sort of narrative. That's the talking points. That's the headlines. That's what public will latch on to. Bans machetes. That's what we're saying. But if you read further on, I'm thinking it's what we were sort of indicating. We were, yeah, get rid of the ornate, cheap, stainless rubbish. Okay, so the next one is government bans machetes and zombie knives. Next paragraph down, smaller font. The government has introduced a new ban on zombie style knives and machetes. See how you swap it around and it changes the entire delivery of what that headline is. This is what I get so irate about, because the problem is headlines sell papers. Headlines are what newsreaders read out as headlines. That's the talking points. Those are the discussion points for moving forward. These are the things with the knife surrender bins and more headlines on more police stations. And in fact, they're distorting the language. This really gets me down. It goes from government bans machetes and zombie knives to the government introduced a new ban on zombie style knives and machetes. Zombie style knives and machetes. Machetes that fall under the zombie style. Oh, it really wind me up. Really wind me up. So, Right Honourable Chris Philp, MP. So, machetes and zombie style knives with no practical use. Carry on, mate. Will be banned with no practical use. This is a thin, tough, middle carbon 1055 steel, middle to high carbon, whatever, with a polyproper handle, a nice thing at the back to stop your hand slipping off, crisscrossy grippy on it, coating to keep it from oxidizing on the tree sap, an half decent sheath with a guard on the blade end, nothing too ornate. The thing goes in like that, the strap goes on, the blade's retained in the sheath. That is a practical machete. I know, I was using the damn thing yesterday. This is a practical machete. It's a bit thicker, but it has a practical design intention originally in what it was meant to be used for. The features on it, the handle is meant for nothing other than practical use, outdoors, gardening, whatever. Guess what I was using it for? doing the garden. So, bastardizing the language of things. It really winds me up. So, machetes and zombie-style knives with no practical use will be banned, and police will have more powers to seize them in a bid to crack down on their use in devastating street violence. I don't want street violence. I don't want it at all. Not at all. Horrific. So it's gang culture. Kids need more to do. So, under the measures, machetes and knives under the measures, machetes and knives that are designed to look intimidating and threatening, known as zombie-style knives, will be made illegal. They're designed to look threatening and intimidating, not what we got here, which is plain practical. Okay. Zombie-style, fantasy. The maximum penalty for importation, manufacture, possession, and sale of these newly prescribed weapons, tools, wall hangers. They slip the weapons in. Okay, a weapon is specifically designed to cause injury. A pair of scissors is specifically designed to cut material. Can be used as a weapon. A pair of knife is to cut vegetables. Can be used as a weapon. A spear okay, it'll be increased from 6 months to 2 years maximum penalty sales under 18s. Well, I don't sell to under 18s. I got a thorough age check. Police officers given you powers to seize and destroy knives found on private premises. Reasonable grounds to believe the blade will be used in a serious crime. If the guy's a thug, whatever. We ain't. We're bushcrafters. Police could be seizing. Even their suspicions. However, and this is where the policing minister Chris Phillips said, "One life lost to knife crime is one too many." Or lack of heating, hypothermia. Okay, we must do all we can to stop the vile thugs who carry dangerous weapons from their campaign of intimidation and violence. Yeah, street gangs. Okay, but the one life lost. What must we do to save one life? Zombie-style knives and machetes serve no purpose but to inflate criminal egos and endanger life. That sentence in itself, that's the sort of thing that I've been saying. The zombie-style knives and machetes, I mean, the zombie goes boom era of using the Machete, the ballistic gel skull things and all that. There's no reason to own these types of weapons. These goes on. They had their time. The videos were quite fun at the time, but we've sort of grown out of them. They've maintained their thing because they look intimidating, and that's why we're banning these knives and making sentencing more severe. However, today's announcement bill is government's action to take carry these dangerous weapons off the street, banning zombie knives in 2016 and cyclone knives in 20. And they had this 3-point thing with the language of it. So now it's the zombie knife theme without a practical use. Okay, but the problem is the headlines, the way that they write them. We as an industry, a community, we got to keep on top of putting a few videos out just to clarify that it's of no practical use that's going to get banned. 8-inch knives, they're putting an 8-inch on. 8-inch knives and machetes are still legal, but it's the fact that our knives have a traditional or utilitarian design, and its use is intended for outdoors and whatever, rather than an evocative, intimidating looking knife to basically lift the ego of a street thug, to impose fear, which is we don't like that. So thanks for joining me again. Try and keep on top of it as we were. Scott Wessex blades out. It looks like all of our little things on the consultation have worked, and it's only the zombie horrible knife stuff getting lost.